Hauptman makes her way to the court, closely followed by Colonel Lindbergh, who was the first to give evidence. Hauptman, haggard and worn, is brought from the cells. In picturesque tones, the clerk of the court summons all to order before the judge enters.
All manner of persons having business to do with this court to come, please.
Look at this scene. A courtroom so packed that there's not an inch of space available, while excited chatter and buzz fills the air. Members of juries study a map of the district around the Lindbergh home, and at the end of each day's hearing, they are locked up for the night in their hotel.
Century continues at Flemington, New Jersey, with faces, grim faces, questioning faces, serious faces filling the courtroom. The court reporter and his assistants take down every word of the proceedings by machine. Press cables to world centers describe the grim-faced parade to court. Stern Colonel Schwarzkopf and Anne Lindbergh. Colonel Lindbergh, who believes Hauptman the kidnapper. Betty Gow, the murdered baby's nurse. With the defense is anxious Mrs. Hauptman, wife of the accused, and nervous Bruno Richard Hauptman, the prisoner whose life is in the hands of the jury. Here they are, gray-haired Foreman Walton, Charles Snyder in gray suit, Ethel Stockton, Philip Hockenberry, Robert Cravat wearing eyeglasses, gray...
Into the newsroom, an arrest has been made in the death of a little boy in South Dallas. A little boy was found dead in the middle of a street this morning, and now police, along with the FBI, are investigating this as a murder. Police tell us the little boy, a toddler, was found in the street along Saddle Ridge Drive. That's just north of Cedar Hill. WFAA's Eric Alvarez brings us the latest developments on this tragic case.
A shocking sight early Saturday morning.
I'm taking a walk. I'm coming from the back end of the street.
Antoinese Square found something lying on the...
Okay, let's watch her face. We're going to see some duping delight. The mask is worn so you don't see it completely.
The pavement on Saddle Ridge Drive in Duncanville.
But the closer I get to the image, I can tell it's a body because I see a hand.
Could tell it's a body because she could see it's a hand. Now notice the hair draping over the mask. This woman is so amateurish. They have to cover up her face completely.
And I see a foot, and then I noticed that it was a child.
She says the boy had no shoe.
Did you see the eyebrows move? The average woman that would encounter an actual dead baby in the road would be sick, vomiting, not want to talk to anyone. What do you see? Police cars. What do you hear? The narrator filling in the blanks because the amateur actor isn't even on camera that much. Oh, lots of yellow tape. I wonder if there's any parallel between that and Bruno Hauptman. If you're not familiar with Hauptman, supposedly he kidnapped Charles Lindbergh's baby and killed the baby, and a wave of fear went across America. Every mother was frightened because a kidnapper stole a baby and killed it. More drama. Let's go back to the original drama. The Dallas, Texas is just a repeat of the original drama of the Lindbergh baby.
Haired Elmer Smith, George Voorhees, Mrs. May Brailsford also wearing glasses, followed by Liscombe Case and Howard Biggs. Faces, serious faces. Hauptman talking things over with his wife. Edward J. Riley, Chief Defense Counsel. And Mrs. Ollie Watley on left with Betty Gow, all faced with the tragedy told by these baby garments of little Lindbergh. The first is the garment made by Betty Gow, the one she sewed. The second is the baby shirt which he wore over the first garment on the night that he was kidnapped. And last but not least, the sleeping suit, identified as the one baby Lindbergh wore, which the prosecution contends is the one turned over by Hauptman in return for the ransom. Again, Mrs. Lindbergh in the center of picture is reminded of that tragic night by the little thumb guard torn from the baby's suit. Hauptman smiles defiantly as he leaves the courtroom. Is he guilty or not guilty?
He smiled defiantly. Or did he smile because it was duping delight? Let's say you're on trial for kidnapping and killing a baby. You won't have a smile on your face ever. Let's go back to Dallas, Texas. Can you see the parallel?
Or shirts, and was lying in the middle of the street at 6:45 in the morning.
I've never seen him.
Oh, look at that!
She called 911, but the boy had already died.
I don't know
With
what
flashing
took-
lights.
The disturbing discovery here in this neighborhood brought investigators from the Dallas Police Department and even the FBI.
Oh, they're on horses! Hey, you know why they're on horses, people? Because they're horsing around.
Police on horseback and a canine unit. Officers searching the neighborhood, trying to figure out what happened. Dallas police are investigating.
Well, just call me. I'll tell you what happened. Nothing. Except a script. A script was put into the hands of a few people and said, okay, we're going to do some filming today. Stand around and look important. Oh, and by the way, remember Bruno Hauptman, and remember Charles Lindbergh's baby, because this is just a replay.
It as a murder and described the boy as a toddler. Police are canvassing the area, asking neighbors who may know anything or might have surveillance camera footage that will help while investigators work to get to the bottom of it all. Neighbors are understandably on edge.
I'm a little traumatized, a little afraid. I'm
a little traumatized, just a little. Look at the eyebrows. Did you notice the eyebrow movement in all of this? And did you notice that if this mask wasn't on, there would be a big smile on this face? Take a look. Come on. Take a look. That's a smile. The eyebrows raised. Amateur actor. First big role.
I don't know what happened to him. To see that, to see it, to walk up on it. So, you know, I don't feel safe at all.
In Duncanville.
And that's disturbing for me to carry all day.
I'm Eric Alvarez.
Entire 849. 849. 9.
9.
Entire 849. 849.
9.
9.
9. Hey. I never took German, but does that mean no? He didn't die. 849. 849. 9. 9. Well, guess what? It's all 9. Bruno Hauptman, kidnapping of Charles Lindbergh. Guess what? Replayed where? Dallas, Texas. You see, Dallas is the place of terrible murders. We go back to JFK. We go back to the original trauma for an entire nation from a president. JFK, Dallas, little 4-year-old boy, policemen on horses. Why do they need to be on horses? That looks like a very suburban area to me. The horses are just laying, you know what, all over the neighborhood. Yes, that's what it is. Stuff that comes out of horses when people are horsing around. And just remember, when did Hauptman die?
Bruno Hauptman died at 8:49. 8:49. 9.
Come on, get the hand sign in. 9. Well, end of video. Thank you for watching.